What's up, y'all? It's your girl Sang, and today we're gonna be reacting to a video from Students for Life, and I chose this one specifically because they are down at Ohio State University talking to students. So the title of this says, Kristan Hawkins debates pro-abortion students at Ohio State University. If you've been here for a minute, you know I'm from Ohio. Ohio State's down in Columbus. That's about 3 hours from where I stay. If you do the math, you're probably gonna be like, which side of Ohio she on? Not gonna tell you, you can figure it out on your own, but let's go ahead and get into it.
Would you get a vasectomy?
If you were a man, just make sure the woman you're having sex with won't kill your child if she conceives.
Don't have sex with me, I'd kill all
Don't
your
have sex
children.
with me.
And I wouldn't
Whoa.
do any of you.
That needs to be a question on Tinder. Trust me, you don't want a senator. It's gross. He would. I'm gonna respond to his son. So all premature babies should be left to die.
Not if they don't want to. This is a valid point.
All right. So now, all right. So if I could just like animate this conversation and just keep going through. So not if they're wanted. Like begets like. I can't make a koala bear no matter how many times I have sex with my husband. You grab a limb, you twist, and you pull.
Oh, she's explaining abortion to them. They need to hear it. They need to hear it, considering they're pro-abortion. If you've ever watched an abortion video, it's horrible. You better be pro-life after that. If you're not pro-life after that, you evil. You straight evil. But man, this is a crazy intro so far to this video.
This is a regressive, antiquated view of how we treat inconvenient human beings.
Lady, even my service dog thinks you're full of shit, so.
What happens
Oh, it
in
looks like the dog was just
So
chilling.
I must exterminate it. That's simple, period.
Abortion is a tool. Abortion is a tool that allows women, right, to pursue careers.
That is such a misogynistic statement, what you just said. Yeah, I know we have a video. It's going to be fantastic. Yes.
Can I ask you a question?
That was a wild intro. So before we get into it, this is a college campus, so we already know all these kids are young. They're 18 to 21. I know some people go to college campus are a little bit older, but usually you're going to be in between that age range. You're going to be in between 18 and 21, right? And you think you know everything because you're an adult now, and most of these kids are super liberal, so we're going to hear some wild stuff. We really are.
Sure.
Do you have a daughter?
Yes, I have a daughter.
Do you have a son?
Yes, I have a son.
So if your son was in college and got a girl pregnant, you would want that girl to give birth?
Absolutely.
I guess she is going to have to now. He going to have to man up and thug it out and figure it out. And hopefully he chose correctly when it came to the girl, because if not, ooh, that's going to be crazy.
And if she didn't want to parent that child, I would say it's my responsibility. I would feel it's my responsibility to offer to adopt that child.
If your son was in middle school and got a 13-year-old girl pregnant, you would want that girl to have to go through the trauma of giving birth as a 13-year-old girl?
I would say, first of all, no one wants a 13-year-old to be pregnant. I think
Yeah.
everyone.
So she should get an abortion?
No.
Do you think that having an abortion simply wipes it all away? That gets rid of the sexual assault? That cures the pain she endured?
How does
That's
this
just a
argument
risk
apply
you
to the
take.
13-year-old situation then? If that's not a consenting adult, if like the person who is pregnant.
You can't consent if you're not. If you're a minor, you can't consent to anything.
So if you're a minor, should you be able to have an abortion without your parents' consent?
Yes.
Did they just say a minor can't consent to sex or something, but they said a minor should be able to consent without their parents to an abortion? That logic don't make no sense. That don't make no sense at all.
If it's going to harm you in the future,
I'll just-
you have your whole life ahead.
You just said you're a minor, you can't consent to anything. And I said, if you're a minor, can you consent to having an abortion? And you just said yes. Do you understand how that's a logical
13-year-old
statement?
is prepared to have a child.
I agree.
I agree. What 13-year-old is prepared to have a child? They shouldn't be having sex. They just shouldn't be. Like, what? Y'all, they argue the abortion point for like the weirdest stuff. And it's like, no, you're in college right now, and you probably be hitting every party on Friday and Saturday night, letting every dude raw dog you. And that's why you want abortion. Let's be honest. That's why you want it specifically. You ain't thinking about no 13-year-old that might randomly get pregnant from somebody or was SA'd. You're not thinking about that. You thinking about you, and you're using this to try to justify it so you can keep getting it. That's what this is.
Great. I agree.
So
No
if they get
13-year-old is
pregnant
prepared to
by
be a
rape, by
parent.
consent, whatever, they should be able to have an abortion.
What I just say, she said by art or consent or whatever. she pushing the point so she can still get it. Because I promise you, if it was legally, which it is legally, but we'll play the game. If it was legally only allowed for ARP, incest, and SA. If it was only legally allowed for that, and you can't just willy-nilly go get one, right? Because you want to have a fun Friday night with no condoms, they would still be upset. They would be like, why are we allowed to have abortions? Because they can't use that argument point anymore. They can't sit there and be like, what about the person that gets ARPed? The government gonna be like, oh no, we cover that. Oh, what about incest in SA? Yeah, we cover that. What's gonna be your argument point? You're not gonna have one. You're not gonna have one. And that's why they argue it so much. They don't really want it for that though.
As a 13-year-old.
No one is saying in the pro-life movement that a woman, a girl who is sexually assaulted, no one is saying that she should become a parent. We know it's human because it has human parents. The law of biogenesis says like begets like. Like, I can't make a koala bear no matter how many times I have sex with my husband. No matter what position I'm having sex in, I can only make a human being. And we know that human being is alive because it's growing. The cells are rapidly multiplying. And what's really fascinating is that human being is self-directed. It tells itself how to develop.
Like, yes, the cells are alive, but that doesn't mean it is alive. Like, it doesn't have.
It is a human.
Does that make sense?
It is a human.
That is exactly what the argument. So now, when do you get personhood?
When you can viably exist outside of the womb without depending on the person whose body you're in.
Okay, so that means you're not carrying a baby. So it's not a baby until you deliver it. That's what you're saying. It's not a baby until you deliver it from your body. So what is it inside of you for the whole 9 months? And it's funny because somebody made a comment on another video on my channel this week, listening to people like this speak. They were like, if they don't believe it's a baby, then why did they have baby showers leading up to the pregnancy? Because there is women, when you get far enough along, because there's states where you can still get the abortion and you that far enough along, right? Where you in your 3rd trimester, you can still get an abortion. People usually have their baby showers in that 3rd trimester because there's a good chance you're not losing the kid. Unless something crazy happens, like you get in a crazy car accident and that just causes you to lose it or whatever. But usually, you good moving from that point moving forward. Why you have baby showers then? It's not a baby, right? It doesn't have personhood until it comes out of you, right? They sound so goofy.
But see, that's a slippery slope because when I ask people when does personhood begin, no matter what college I'm at, I always get a different answer. And throughout our history, when we separate being a human being from being a person, the results are always catastrophe. It's never good because there's a slippery slope and different people subscribe different definitions to personhood. So all premature babies should be left to die.
Not if they are wanted. This is about choice.
Okay, so now,
What?
all right, so if I
What?
could just like animate this conversation, it just keeps going through. So not if they're wanted. Your value as a human, you matter.
They was talking about premature babies. You can live as a preemie. So wait, was that person talking about getting rid of a preemie? Talking about if they're not wanted? What did we just cut into?
Regardless of whether or not your parents want you or regardless of how other people see you. Our point in the pro-life movement is that every single person, no matter what you say or what your beliefs are, that you have value and that you matter. And it's not, your value doesn't stem from your wantedness, from somebody saying that you're wanted. Because your wantedness could change, ma'am. Your mother could want you one day, then not want you the other. I need to answer her question because I think if I'm wrong about abortion and if I die, I go to heaven and God's like, you've wasted your entire life. It didn't matter. Okay, would you like me to answer the question? It didn't matter. It doesn't matter at all, Kristan. You wasted your time. What have I done with my life's work? I've inconvenienced women. If you're wrong, you've left millions of people to die because of their size,
It's a
because
belief.
of their
Beliefs
location.
can't be right or wrong. So then
They absolutely are.
Theoretically, you're saying theoretically we
Beliefs can be right or wrong. There is a right and wrong. I think this is a regressive view. This is called a SOFR clamp. This is used in second trimester D&E abortion.
Yes, show
when
them.
we know a child
Show
can feel
them.
pain. How
Show
do
them.
they end life in a second trimester abortion? I have the quotes in my binder here from the National Abortion Federation's website, which is online. You grab a limb, you twist, and you pull. This is a regressive, antiquated view of how we treat inconvenient human beings. Do you want to know how we kill children in the third trimester?
Did that chick really say, do you have a coat hanger with you? The fact that she ain't even phased about how this works. Evil, straight evil.
Which is legal. We use this needle, like similar in amniocentesis.
Sad, but if you're getting an abortion in the third trimester, there's most likely a medical reason or a
Sure.
legitimate reason why you need it. So why do you care?
And in
No.
this
Why do you
reason,
care what I'm doing with my
abortion is
body?
used.
No, that's not true. That's not true. There's literally women that far along that will get an abortion just because they really don't want the baby. They be like, I financially can't do this, or the dad left me and I'm not about to do it alone. There's women that will get it at that stage that has nothing to do with medical reasoning at all. And it's been done. And it's messed up. It's super messed up.
Uses ultrasound guide technology to identify the child in the womb, and they tried to get the digoxin
Someone in the back
inserted as
cursed.
close to the heart as possible to cause a cardiac arrest. Then she walks around for 2 days with a dead or dying child inside of her, and then she's given Lemuria seaweed sticks to ripen her uterus, and she delivers a dead child. This is a regressive view. This is a regressive view to believe that this child must die in order for you to live your life as you see fit. You have a very regressive view, I'm sorry to say.
Would you
But
get a
it doesn't
vasectomy?
mean that's
Would you?
abortion.
Would you get a
Totally
vasectomy?
different.
Would you? Would you get one?
Is she talking to the men behind her, the camera guy? Who's she talking to?
They don't need to get vasectomies because they're hopefully not having sex with women that are going to kill the children.
Oh, she's just talking to men in the crowd. First off, if you are a guy, don't let these women fool you into getting a vasectomy. Like now when you're in college. Go talk to a doctor, because from what I read, because I did do another video about a guy getting vasectomy. I didn't put it on my channel, but it's in my archive somewhere on my editing computer. But from what I researched and looked up, doctors will tell you that it's generally like safe and easier than a woman getting her tubes tied, right? And a guy getting a vasectomy can be reversible, but that's not like 100%. There's a chance that it will not be reversible. So if you get a vasectomy thinking like, oh, I'll just get this reversed whenever I get married and blah, 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 and I'll just have fun, you're playing with your chance at having kids. That's all I'm gonna say. I would talk to a doctor, then let them give you the facts, but from all the research that I was able to bring up, there is a chance, it's small, it's not like huge, but there's still a chance, and you need to look at every angle of it, that it won't be reversible. And you'll just be stuck like that forever without having a child. So if you ever get older and you meet that girl in your dreams and you're like, I just get it reversed, and it can't be done, that's gonna be a problem, right? Don't let these college girls fool you that just want to get raw dogged. I'm telling you. Also, what I don't understand, why this generation doesn't understand about not using condoms, you can still get an STD. If we take the whole baby thing out the situation, you can still get an STD. I really dislike this point of view that people have where they be like, I'll just go to the doctor for that. Why would you want to have an STD? And there's a chance you could catch something that medicine ain't gonna cure. Really, really use your brains, okay? Like, there's a lot. I just got a comment from a guy where he was just like, the best thing that you can do outside of condoms and Plan B and all that is to follow God's word and just abstain from sex before marriage. And while I do agree with him, most people don't believe in God. And I had to remind him of that fact. I'm like, well, I agree with you, and that's a good point of view. Most people don't believe in God. Or most people come into religion at a different state in adulthood. They may have already probably had sex, right? So you kind of just gotta go the condom and Plan B route. That's the best you can ask people to do at this point if they're not gonna believe in a God.
Would you get a vasectomy?
If you're a man, just make sure the woman you're having sex with won't kill your child if she conceives.
Yeah, choose correctly.
I'd kill all
Don't
the
have sex
children.
with me then.
There you go.
Yeah. We kind of figured. Y'all seem like the pump and dumps on campus. So like, If I'm a dude, I wouldn't mess with either one of y'all, but if you are a man or a woman, please just choose your partner correctly. Don't be sleeping with any and everybody. It's not going to end well for you regardless.
Oh, sounds like a good date. That needs to be a question on Tinder.
Okay, I know, Jesse, I'm out.
I would never touch any of you either way.
Yes, because that justifies your extremist beliefs by insulting the way they look.
I never said that.
I wouldn't touch any of y'all anyway. Then why are you even asking them if they would have a vasectomy? If you wasn't gonna sleep with them regardless, like who cares, lady? They definitely not gonna sleep with you now.
That's literally what you just said. I would never touch any of you anyway.
That's not what I said. I said that. I just mean the
You
fact
just said that.
I would never touch you.
Yeah, you just said
Sorry, I'm
that.
gonna take a picture because my husband's like, why aren't you texting me back? I'm just gonna be like, current status.
What does this say? This says thriving families, poor families, unwanted pregnancy, illegal abortion. So is this supposed to be a chart for abortion, I'm assuming? So it's just kind of like, you should get abortion because of all of this. Nope. Have some personal responsibility, choose correctly, and try to choose at a better point in your life. So thriving families. Cool, you can have a kid. I don't know why you get an abortion. Poor families. You really shouldn't be having kids. Maybe get to a better financial sense. I'm not saying you gotta be a millionaire, but if you're making $20,000 a year and you have a part-time job, you shouldn't be out here getting anybody pregnant, or you yourself getting pregnant. Like, you need to make better decisions in your life financially before you can even hit that stepping stone of children. Unwanted pregnancy. Yeah, it's unwanted because you made a wrong decision. Make better decisions. Illegal abortion. That doesn't happen a lot here. I'm talking from an American perspective. Now, maybe other certain countries, I don't know. But in America, this is such a small, tiny blip. And then you have abortion, which shouldn't be happening.
Yes, whiteboard. Listen, if the preborn human being isn't a human being, isn't alive, you don't need any justification for abortion. I literally don't give a shit. I don't care. But if the preborn human being is a member of our species and is alive, there's no justification. Oh, we can get that. We debated that earlier, but yes. But there's no justification that you can give to me that would say it's okay to kill a human being. There's no justification.
But I'm saying where you're going from there is saying that it's morally wrong, right? That's what you're implying, is that's morally wrong.
I say it's morally wrong
Yeah,
to
it's
kill
murder.
innocent humans.
Yeah,
and
it's
our
murder.
laws should reflect that.
It's
And
literally murder.
everyone who's pro-choice is going to challenge that by saying
Yes, because
it's
they don't
morally
want
wrong
to
on another
acknowledge the
basis.
science.
Sir, you don't have to white knight right now, because that's more than likely what you're doing. You probably don't even believe what's about to come out of your mouth. You probably just like, one of these girls here is going to be happy at what I said, and I'm probably going to get them in my bed tonight. You don't have to pretend and white knight right now. You don't have to do that.
Because this is the reality. If you're pro-choice, and I'm not attacking anyone, but if you're pro-choice, you have to deny the humanity of the preborn child in order to justify the belief that abortion is okay. Why? Because changing your mind means that you may have to reconsider some of the decisions you've made in your life, and that is very hard. That is why when I'm on a campus and I'm engaged in this discussion, my intent isn't to walk away with every single mind change, because I know I'm not going to be able to change a lot of your minds. But my goal is to plant a seed of doubt, to plant a seed of truth, that later when you're reevaluating some decisions you're making, you may stop and consider, wait a minute, that is true. And sometimes the truth is really hard.
I was actually going to strengthen your argument, because I feel like
a foster care system and killing an unborn child. How much does the child suffer between being in the womb and being outside the womb?
So your amount of suffering you will endure determines whether or not you should be killed. That's a slippery slope, because what if someone's in a coma, can't feel anything? They're not going to feel any suffering. Can I kill them? No, because we would say that's wrong. Call me crazy, but killing innocent people is always wrong.
Abortion is determining that I can no longer have a fetus in me because of my own circumstances.
What happens in abortion?
So I must exterminate it. That's simple. Period. That's
What's it?
the fetus.
That's the best pro-life ad I've ever seen. I must exterminate it. That's a pretty sad statement. But if you want to talk about statistics, the latest Ohio abortion statistic that was just released last week.
Oh, let's read this real quick where she says it. Approximately 42.6% of resident women who obtained abortions and for whom race was reported were white. 49% were black. 3.1% were Asian/Pacific Islander, and 4.9% reported more than one race. 5% of women with known ethnicity who obtained abortions were of Hispanic origin. See where it says 49% were black? Okay. Black community. I've said this before in videos. Most of the deaths in our community literally comes from abortions. When it comes to abortions, we have the highest rates across the board in all of the United States. All of it. Okay? And you have to remember, our population ain't that big. We're like 13 point something% of the population. We're killing ourselves. Do y'all know this was created to take us out and diminish our numbers? And we just latched on to it. We just like, oh yeah, that's cool. I ain't gotta have these kids. Yeah. No. Stop getting abortions. Okay? Black women and black men, choose better. Be better and choose better. So if you are, I would prefer 0%, but y'all not gonna do that. I would prefer us to be in this area of Asian Pacific Islanders and the people that's more than one race. Look how low their numbers are compared to ours, and then white women. Funnily enough, white women, it wasn't even made for y'all. Y'all latched on because of feminism. So y'all goofy too. Y'all need to do better. Okay? But y'all see this number? It wasn't made for us. It was meant to keep our numbers low and diminish us as a race. Stop doing it. If you're not gonna believe it's murder, I wish you would, but if you're not, just stop doing it on the basis that it's taking us out as a whole. Just stop doing it.
Black women and black men make up 12% of the population in Ohio, and they make up 40% of abortions in Ohio. That's statistics.
My thing is, what's wrong? What's wrong with that? You're allowing them. I'm saying you're allowing them to.
You want to say that's okay? That 40% of women who seek abortions are black when black men and women only make up 12%.
Look at her. She pulled her phone out. She just like, no, that can't be right. That can't be right. She pulling her phone out to do her own research. Yes, baby girl, it's right. It's right. You should feel a certain way about that, okay? Learn your history. Learn your black history, okay? Look at this one back here. She just like, ooh, we messed up. Dang.
Can pursue a career.
If she kept the job too, she was just like,
or live their lives to enhance their wealth. That's a tool. This is not.
First off, stop talking while he's talking, because now I don't even know what he's saying. But this black girl really just said, stop using race to promote your argument. You're black. You are black. That's why she put that out there. And you need to know that. You need to know that, because our numbers are diminishing because of that. Learn your history.
I just gave you statistics. You just wanted statistics. I just gave them. And you just acknowledged a pretty racist statement, and I'm letting you make that statement because I don't need to say anything further to that. She said I was only bringing up race at specific times. You said I wasn't bringing up statistics, so I brought up statistics and I brought up race. Bing, bing.
Abortion is a tool. Abortion is a
bing, bing.
That allows women, right, to pursue careers and live.
That is such a misogynistic statement.
This man really said abortion is needed so women can pursue careers. Do you know if a woman just made the correct choice and her dating mate, she could still pursue a career? I'm not saying every woman in the world has to stay at home like I do. You don't. It'd be cool. Like, I don't know why y'all want to work so bad. If your man is able to actually provide and do what he needs to do, and y'all are on the same page about that, trust me, stay home. It beats working for anybody else any other day of the week. Men do not care what you do while you're at home. If you want to get a little at-home job, you want to start your own business, you want to do something on Etsy or eBay or whatever, they do not care. I'm telling you, they do not care. You can make your own money on the side while they still holding down the household. All you gotta do is cook and clean. And if y'all got kids, take care of the kids while he at work. It's simple. It's real easy. But I get it. Most places, you need to two people to work. Okay, that's cool. If you're a woman and you work and your man works, you can achieve that without abortion. You gotta be more selective on choosing your partner. That's all you have to do. That's literally all you have to do. I don't know why y'all making it more complicated. I can't have a career without getting an abortion. I had one and I never got an abortion. That's crazy. That's crazy.
You just said. It's a tool that allows women to pursue careers. Like, I'm not capable of being a mother without having an abortion. That's exactly what you just said. In fact, that's what the Supreme Court said in KCV Planned Parenthood. In KCV Planned Parenthood, the Supreme Court literally said women needed access to abortion in order to achieve their career goals and equal with men. That women have to have access to a special surgery that dismembers another human being in order to be equal to men. I fundamentally reject that because I can gestate, I can lactate, I can menstruate. You can't do those things, and I can still beat your ass on the SAT. Next question.
You tell them. You tell them.
Sorry, you just got my feminists all mad.
Look at this man right here. Look at him. I'm gonna try to go back and find him. Look at him. White knighting. He probably trying to impress one of these girls. Like, he gonna be like, y'all saw how he's fighting for that there? Some girl gonna walk away with him and be like, that lady made me so mad. I can't believe what she was saying. And he's gonna be like, I know, she's just so crazy. And later that night or later that week, he gonna be in her bed. Or she gonna be in his. And then that's gonna be it. Once he gets what he wants, it's gonna be like, all right, well, because I believe in abortion, I'm out of here, so good luck. That's what it's gonna be. College kids are so goofy, man. But it's funny because, like, if you're liberal, if you keep getting older and you just stay in this mindset, it goes beyond college. So I can't even say that. But I like what she did. She did a good job. I will give her that. Let's give her the crowd clap. Let's give her the crowd clap. She did a very good job. I hope y'all like that video too. The channel is called Students for Life. So if you've never seen their page, I always put the link of the original video in my description box. Head on over there, check out the rest of their content. You like it, give them a subscribe. Like the videos. What stuff y'all be doing on my page, do it over there too. Just if you comment, let them know where you came from. Let them know you came from me. But with that being said, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you never miss when I drop a video. And until next time, you already know who it is. It's Sang.